If you have ever watched a Hollywood Western, you would recognize the scene. Two men stand facing each other in the empty dirt street, each primed to draw their fire weapon at the other. Inevitably, the hero allows his opponent to make the first move, whereupon he launches a single fatal bullet at his foe. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Missouri Mayhem, Mystery, and Murder. I'm Mindy, and today we are going back to the wild, wild west of Springfield, Missouri, to the Wild Bill Hickok, Davis, a.k.a. David Tutt shootout that occurred on Friday, July 21st, 1865, 161 years ago.
Oh, my gosh. And I'm Megan, you guys. We're so happy to be back with you, and we hope everyone listening is having a wonderful day.
What's new with you, Megan?
As usual, nothing. No, let's see. I took a good tumble yesterday.
Oh my gosh, you did. You sent me a text of your head.
Yeah. We have a dog who recently has developed cataracts in both eyes, so she's going blind, and bless her heart, she's underfoot a lot, and was home by myself yesterday and tripped and bounced my head off.
Oh my God. Bounced
my head off the side table. But I think
so
I'm okay.
glad you're all right.
Luckily, the side table had wheels, so it moved when my head.
You're not in the hospital right
But
now.
yeah, of course, nothing's going on except that. What about you?
I'm just cold.
All the time.
Cold. Like I can't defrost.
Oh,
I'm just freezing cold.
I know.
But yeah, and my dog, he fell off the bed a couple days ago. He jumped off and tweaked something. So I've been dealing with dog issues too.
But he's
totally worth it.
he's better.
Totally worth.
Oh, totally.
You know,
worth
the
it.
huge vet bill. Totally worth it.
Don't get me started on that. Yes, totally worth it. And he's doing better though.
He's fine. He's 100% fine.
Good. Okay. So dog issues.
Yeah. So shall we get into some Wild Wild West?
Let's talk about the Wild Wild West.
All right. So a little summary of what happened. The Hickok Tuck shootout was a famous gunfight, like I said, was on Friday, July 1st, 1865 in Springfield, Missouri, between Wild Bill Hickok and gambler David Tutt. It was sparked by a gambling debt of $45, which would be about $900 today.
Okay.
And a prized pocket watch.
Ooh.
And really, after you hear the story, I think it was much more about the watch than the money.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask, maybe.
Yes, and this incident happened in what was called back then the public town square. This area is now called Park Central Square and it's basically a big historic district in the heart of downtown Springfield.
Okay, so we're going to Springfield this weekend to that area.
Oh, yes.
So, yes. And so Terry and I said we should drive by there while we're down there in Springfield for baseball. Because, man, and what we've learned, Springfield, man, a lot of shit happens in Springfield. I tell you. So you guys are not lacking material for our show.
You are not. My goodness.
Anyways.
Yeah, if you go there, so you want to go to the Park Central Square.
Okay.
And that's the historic district.
And this is where this
And
happens.
this is like the oldest part of Springfield.
Okay, got it.
So, yeah. But the gunfight resulted in Hickok killing Tutt with a single shot after Tutt drew his pistol first.
And he drew his pistol first and he still died first.
Yes.
Okay.
He drew his pistol his pistol first. He drew his pistol first. But Hickok was acquitted because of that, of manslaughter, and the event cemented his legend as a gunslinger. And so he committed murder and got to be a gunslinger because of it.
He supposedly didn't draw his pistol first.
Yeah.
He's not
murderer. Basically, we're going to talk about that duel today in detail.
Let's do it.
Yeah. So I don't know how much you guys know about Wild Bill Hickok, but I want at the end of this, you guys to decide if he's a good guy or a bad guy. A lot of people I've talked to about him are like, oh, he was a bad guy, right? Oh, he was a good guy. So
yeah, no, it's true.
Anyway, he was born, his name at birth was James Butler Hickok, and he was born on May 27th, 1837 in Troy Grove, Illinois, on a farm. And he went by several names in his life. Of course, Wild Bill Hickok, James Butler Hickok, J.B. Hickok, William Hickok, and James B. Hickok.
Well,
So
when you're living life on the edge, you gotta have a lot of
lots and
aliases.
lots of
Yes.
aliases. At a young age, he was a stagecoach driver.
Aw.
That's pretty cool. Um,
He was born in 1837.
I know.
So think about the things he saw in the
Yeah,
world. Yeah, okay, crazy.
yeah. In his lifetime, he never, saw a car,
No, or
or
yeah, he saw our country grow a
via
lot.
horseback.
Yeah.
Yes. When he was 18, this is kind of a funny story. He headed out west as thought he was being a refuge from
Uh-oh.
Illinois from justice, because what happened was he got into a fight with a man named Charles Hudson, and both of them ended up falling into a canal.
Okay.
Each thought mistakenly that they had killed the other, so they both fled from justice, but they had not. Neither one of them had killed
Both
anyone.
were alive, running, thinking that's hilarious.
I killed
Oh my
someone. No,
gosh.
they did
No,
not.
you're good. No one's even looking for you.
No.
That's
And
funny.
so Hickok, he fled to Leavenworth, Kansas, where he joined the Jayhawkers. And the Jayhawkers, of course, were against slavery and clashed with the pro slavery groups from Missouri known as the Bushwhackers.
Yes.
So,
Nice.
yeah, that's kind of
Not the
well,
bald knobbers.
not the bald. You guys will know what
The
we're talking.
bushwhackers.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, these names. Jayhawker, bushwhacker.
And Wild Bill Hickok, he was around this area a lot more than you even realize. Like in
Oh,
1857, at age 20, he claimed 160 acres in Lenexa, Kansas.
just these are mine.
Yeah, that's a lot of
But
land.
and back then you kinda it was interesting how you claimed land back then, you
What, you
know?
just take a flag and a
Yeah,
stick. It's
like, it's mine, like a far and away.
160.
You're cool, give
Far
me
away.
chocolates.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my gosh,
Um,
that's a lot. Okay.
in 1860, so when he was 23, he was badly injured by a bear while
Oh,
driving a freight team from Independence
okay.
to Santa Fe, New Mexico. And I guess what
Wow.
happened was he saw a bear, and so he decided to shoot the bear. The bullet ricocheted off the bear's head, and it pissed the bear off. So he came after him, and they had a little fighting brawl, and Hickok ended up winning.
Wow. I mean, if that's true, I mean, that's
My
kinda
I have a really
crazy.
good friend that lives in Colorado, and he, uh, does a lot of hunting and fishing and what have you there, and I'm like, "You always have a gun, right?" And he's like, "No, because of bears." And he said, "No, because what happens is more people get killed by bears when guns are involved,
Yep.
because they typically don't kill the bear, just like in this incident, it ricocheted off his head, and then you just piss the bear off, and it's gonna kill you. So, it's
You're
advised
best.
not to have a gun."
Do not engage.
Yeah. Yeah, do not engage.
Try to get away without engaging at all.
Yes.
Okay,
Um,
interesting. I hadn't heard that story.
yeah, so bear fight.
Yes.
He and his family worked to assist escaped slaves before the Civil War, because he, of
Oh,
course,
I didn't know that.
was for that. So
Yeah.
when the Civil War began in 1861, Hickok joined as a Union soldier, fought to free slaves, and a spy, even fighting in the Battle of Wilson's Creek.
I've been there.
You
In
have?
Springfield, the Battle of Wilson's Creek, that
Yeah.
battlefield.
So it's in Springfield.
Uh-huh, it is.
Okay.
It's in Springfield. It's really cool.
It was during this time that Wild Bill got his nickname while in the Civil War. Evidently, while facing a lynch mob by firing shots in the air, a woman exclaimed, "My God, ain't he wild?" My
Like,
God, ain't
"Ain't
he
he
wild? And so there you have Wild Bill
You are
Hickok.
Wild Bill."
You are wild. In July of 1861, Wild Bill's iconic status is rooted in a shootout in Rock Creek, Nebraska, that was known as the McCandless Massacre. And basically, Hickok killed 3 men despite being hurt. And it was this whole fight was over property payment, a debate over property payment.
And 3 men ended up dead.
Yeah, and he ended up being, like, noted and super cool
For
because
that.
killed 3 men and was injured.
Like
Yeah.
like he's a hero.
Yes.
Like, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, interesting. It would be like, wouldn't it be interesting to be like a mouse? Like, what really happened that day?
Yeah.
Like, what was he
What
really?
really
Is
sparked all this?
right.
Once the Civil War was over and Wild Bill was at work, he suddenly found himself spending time in Springfield.
Of course. Lots of things happen there.
He's like, interesting town. I'm going to go there.
Yeah.
And he spent his time in Springfield as a professional gambler.
Wow.
And it's during that time that the Hickok Tutt shootout occurred that we'll talk about here in a second. In 1969, when he was 32, after the shooting and all of this, Wild Bill moved to Kansas, where he was appointed sheriff in Hays City, Kansas.
So, I mean, the shootout and all that other stuff before the
Yeah.
McCandless, that was all, like, in his 20s.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. He did a lot.
he did live quite a life then, okay,
Yes.
and then now he gets to be sheriff.
Yes, and not only that, then 2 years later, in 1871, at the age of 34, he became Marshal of Abilene, Kansas, and supposedly Hays, where he was the sheriff, and Abilene, where he was the marshal, had become outposts for lawless men, they called them, and Hickok arrived and kind of, shifted things and turned things around.
So he was known to kinda come in and, like,
Yeah.
get things right, get these lawless men out of town or straighten them up.
Yeah, and he did.
Okay, and I can
Um
see if you're living in a town that's full of Ken McElroys,
Yeah.
then you would want
The Wild
someone
Wild
yeah,
West,
to
yes.
help.
Hickok claimed to be a numerous gu he claimed to do a lot of stuff, and people don't know if he exaggerated or not,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
in his lifetime, he had numerous gunfights and claimed to have shot numerous gunmen men, and he is said to have killed at least 6, maybe 7 men, all between 1861 and 1871.
Okay.
It is estimated that in his lifetime, he killed anywhere from 50 to 100 men, and that would include his service in the Civil War, that's
Sure,
understanding,
sure.
but also Indian fights.
Yeah, yeah. So he was part of kind of
So
the Native
gunfights
American
yeah. So
yeah,
gunfights, Civil War, Indian fights, he was involved in all that.
yes.
Um, in 1872, Hickok recruited 6 Native Americans and 3 cowboys to accompany him to Niagara Falls, where he put on an outdoor demonstration that was called the Daring Buffalo Chase of the Plains.
Yes. This is kind of where I
He was kind of a showman,
yes.
and you'll see here in a second
Yes,
he's done a
this is
few more
kind of the
things
Wild Bill I know is that
that you've heard
showman.
of. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
In 1873, 1 year after his Daring Buffalo Chase on the Plains show, Buffalo Bill, Cody, and Texas Jack invited Hickok to join their acting troupe.
And so on the Daring Buffalo Chase, like, he literally just showed people how he could run down buffalo?
Chasing down.
Okay. And then, and so then Buffalo Bill Cody and Texas Jack are like, "Okay." They have an
You're a
acting
showman.
troupe?
We've got an acting troupe.
Okay.
Maybe Hickok will come act with us.
Okay.
But Hickok did not enjoy acting
Yeah.
and is known to often hide behind the scenery.
He's
You see
like,
that tree? I think Wild Bill's right behind
"I
that.
can do some tricks, but I don't want anyone to see me." He's behind the
Yeah.
tree.
He hated it so much that in one show, he shot the spotlight while it was focusing on him,
course.
and then he was released from the group.
They're like, "Okay, now he's not just hiding behind scenery, now
He's
he's shooting our
destroying
props."
stuff.
Yeah, you're let go.
Then, during the next several years, he appeared in Buffalo Bill Cody's Wild West show,
Yeah.
and he lived off his fame as a gunfighter in that show.
Yes. I feel like that's kinda what got his name out
Name,
there or
yeah.
whatever.
So he had all 3 he was a little showman.
Yeah.
So then on March 5th, 1876, he married Agnes Thatcher Lake, a widowed owner of a circus in Cheyenne, Wyoming territory. So she was familiar with the showbiz as well.
Yes. Circuses were abound during that time. People
Yeah.
thought that was just fascinating. Like, they'd bring these animals from other countries. It's
I'm
wild.
going to join the circus.
Circus, yeah. Okay.
So yeah, he married her, but then after being married for just a few months, he left. He didn't leave her per se, but he left to go seek his fortune in the goldfields of South
Of
Dakota.
course, something else
So
came.
he basically was like, I'm gonna leave you. I'll be back. I'm gonna go find this gold, and then I'll be back, and we'll be rich
Okay.
for something like
Yes.
that. But
Right.
unfortunately, that would be the last time Agnes would ever see him
Okay.
because he dies 5 months later.
Okay. Gotcha.
In South Dakota, he supposedly
What?
now this is a
Oh
huge
my gosh.
rumor,
Okay,
but
'cause he's
I don't know if
married,
it's
right?
true. He's married, but supposedly when he got to South Dakota, he married Martha Jane Canary, a.k.a. Calamity Jane, and I
Okay.
had to look up what she did because I wasn't sure, but
Yeah.
she was known for her sharpshooting, whiskey drinking woman who liked to dress as a man, and I
Yes.
looked at a couple pictures of her, and she
Yes.
did, she liked to dress as a man and was considered to be very kind,
Yes.
unless she shoots you.
Yeah, and unless you piss her off.
Yeah, so I don't know if that's true that he was married to her or not, but
It's a good story
yeah.
because 'cause they'd make
So,
a good couple.
yeah, yeah.
Poor Agnes is back at home with her circus, like,
"Oh, I love him, he'll be back soon with gold."
nope, he's getting
He's
married,
getting
and then he dies.
and that was just a rumor. We don't know that he married
Okay,
Calamity Jane,
just
okay.
just a room.
Yeah, so Hickok's final night, the night he
Oh, the
passed
final
on
night.
his final night alive was Wednesday, August 2nd, 1876 in Deadwood, South Dakota. Hickok was 39 years old, and he was in the Nuttall and Mann's Saloon number 10, a bar, a saloon, I guess you call it, playing poker, because that's what he did,
Yeah,
and, Wild Bill had a thing about sitting with his back against the wall,
sure.
which is really smart,
Yeah.
um, so that he could always he couldn't see behind himself so that he could always make sure no one was behind him. Well, that seat was taken this night,
Oh, no, of
so he had
course.
to take another seat. Well, in comes a man by the name of Jack McCall. He's pissed off at Wild Bill, and we don't know exactly what it was from. Some say it was from a gambling debt, and some say that Wild Bill allegedly killed his brother.
Okay, okay.
So McCall comes into the saloon, come goes up to the back of Hickok's head and shoots him in the head, murdering him in front of the whole entire saloon.
Wow, and
As
Hickok didn't have a chance to even
no,
defend
he
himself.
had he been where he usually sat, that may not have happened in that way. But
Right.
as Hickok died, this is crazy.
Yeah.
He was holding a hand. His hand of cards he was holding contained 2 black aces and 2 black eights, and this was known as the dead man's hand.
That's crazy. If that
Yeah.
really happened,
Well,
that's
I mean,
crazy.
right?
I mean, it's kinda destiny for him. He lived a crazy life to not even make it to his 40s.
I know. Yeah, that's the hand he was holding. McCall, the man that shot him, was arrested and brought to trial for the murder, only to be found not guilty. But
What? Yeah,
but
okay, okay.
then he was tried again. In his second trial, he was found guilty and later hanged.
Okay. Okay. So, okay. Now, he was okay. So, we went to Deadwood,
Mhm.
which was kinda disappointing.
Was it?
Yeah, it's very touristy. Terry
Okay.
was so excited because, of course, he watched the whole Deadwood
Yeah.
show and all that
Mhm.
and stuff, and you can see they still have that saloon there. We didn't go in, but we
Oh, they
saw that.
do?
Yeah, but it's, again, touristy, but we saw from the outside, and then I'm pretty sure we went and saw his grave and maybe
Yeah, he's buried there.
Calamity Jane's grave.
Is she next to him?
Or not Annie Oakley, it might have been Calamity Jane, but yeah,
Maybe they were married then.
and it's so beautiful. Their graves are, like, tucked back in there in Deadwoods in this
Mhm.
beautiful little
Oh,
cemetery.
cool.
Yeah, which is very cool. Okay, so that guy that murdered him there
Mhm.
was called Jack McCall.
Yes.
Okay,
Jack McCall killed Wild
Wild
Bill.
Bill.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
So let's talk a little bit about Davis Casey Tutt, who he
Yes.
got in this shootout with. Davis Casey Tutt was born around 1836 to 1839 in Yellville, Arkansas, to Hansford Tutt. Now, his age is much debated. I
Okay.
even read something where it said that he was born in 1844, but
Oh,
when you go to find a grave and you
yes.
look at his headstone, it says 1839.
Okay, okay.
So
He's
it's
about the same age then as,
Wild
Wild
Bill.
Bill.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, yeah. So, Tut, when he was a boy, his family fought in the politically motivated Tut Everett War.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was a big war. The war ended up killing Tut's father and several other of his family members.
Okay.
And the Tut Everett War took place from 1844 to 1850. So Tut would have, I mean, depending on when he was born, been anywhere from around 5 to 14 years old
And are we assuming this is a fight between his family and another family?
over politics. Yes.
Oh my gosh, for 6 freaking years, killing
Mhm.
each other.
Mhm.
Okay.
In 1862, when he was anywhere from 23 to 26, he also enlisted in the Civil War Company and fought for the Confederate. So he was pro-slavery.
Right.
And so that was the opposite of what Hickok believed in.
Right.
And at the end of the war in 1865, he decided to go west, stopping first in Springfield, Missouri.
Of course.
And that's where he became a professional gambler. And, that's where the famous Hickok shootout that we'll
Man,
be talking about in detail happened.
so Springfield was a big gambling location, professional gambling.
I know. That's what I was
Like,
thinking.
that's interesting.
Mhm.
I wonder if you looked up their gambling history, like, what you would find. Like, were there specific taverns? Were there that's kinda
Right.
interesting that they went to in Springfield.
Yeah, it was the
Okay.
place to gamble, I guess.
So when he stopped in Springfield, he stayed there.
That was his last stop.
Stop. Okay.
And
Yeah.
he's actually buried in Springfield.
Oh, okay. Okay. Interesting.
So, I think back then, like, wherever you died is where you were buried.
Yeah,
I
there
don't
was
think they really took you back
no,
on
I
horse and buggy all the way to where you were from.
no, I think it was just kinda that's what it is.
So, let's talk a little bit about Tutt and Hickok, their history. They actually had been friends at one time
Okay.
because they were both gamblers. Um, despite the fact that Tutt was a Confederate Army veteran and Hickok had been a scout for the Union Army,
Mhm.
completely opposite sides. But they were friends anyway. But what eventually happened is the eventual falling out between Hickok and Tuck reportedly occurred over women.
Shocker.
Shocker.
That 2 men would have a falling out over a woman.
Yes, supposedly Hickok had fathered an illegitimate child of Tut's sister. That would piss you off if you're Tutt.
Ooh, okay.
And Tutt had been observed flirting with Wild Bill's lover, Susanna Moore.
Oh my gosh, no respect for poor Agnes sitting
No,
back and
Agnes has no clue.
poor Agnes has no clue. He's not only over there marrying Calamity
He's
Jane,
got a lover, Susanna.
he's got Susanna, and he's had an illegitimate
Child.
child with that sister.
Like
Come
I
on,
said, you
Bill.
guys decide, is he a good guy or a bad guy?
Come on, Bill. Okay.
So then, after these fallouts over women, Hickok just started to refuse to play in any card game that involved Tutt. Probably smart.
I'm gonna take my cards and go home.
Yeah. Well, Tutt didn't like that.
Of course.
So Tutt retaliated by supporting other professional gamblers with advice on how to beat Hickok,
Oh,
sabotaging Hickok.
they wanna bankrupt him.
Yeah, just pissing Hickok off.
Okay. So they just
So,
started this tit for tat type thing.
yes,
Okay, silly.
that started over women.
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about the card game that started it all
And ended it all for some.
and ended it all. So the conflict um between the two came to a head during a poker game at the Lion House Hotel on the night of Thursday, July 20th, 1865. Hickok would have been 28 years old and Tutt would have been around 26 to 29 years old.
Okay.
And while Hickok was playing against several other local gamblers, Tutt, he wasn't playing cards with Tutt anymore.
Right.
So Tutt was just, standing nearby, loaning money to
Oh.
other men and encouraging and coaching them on how to beat Hickok.
Okay.
So,
He was just openly, like,
just being
a jerk.
yeah.
Yeah.
The game was being played for high stakes, and Hickok did really good, winning about $200, which is the equivalent of $4,200 today.
Wow. Okay.
So that is a lot of money.
Yes.
So, this pissed Tutt off
Of
that he
course.
was winning big.
Even
So
though he's trying to
yeah,
stop him.
yeah. So Tutt then reminded Hickok of a $40 debt, $800 today, from a past horse trade.
Oh, just out of the blue.
He's like,
Oh,
"Oh,
don't
yeah.
forget
Hey, don't forget you owe me
$40
$40."
from
Yeah,
a horse trade.
which would be $800 today. So that's a lot.
Sure.
So what did Hickok do? He just shrugged it off and gave him the $40.
Okay.
Okay,
There you
well,
go.
so should be over, but it wasn't. That did not satisfy Tutt. He was still pissed. So
Well, you
he
better just let
claimed,
it be.
he's like, "Oh, you know what, Hickok? You also owe me $35 from a past
Oh,
poker game."
Dave, come on.
Yeah. And then Hickok says to him, quote, "I think you are wrong, Dave. It's only $25, not 35. I have a memorandum in my pocket saying so."
Nice. I think you are wrong, Dave.
Tutt, getting even more aggravated, grabbed Hickok's most prized possession off the table. What do you think it was?
His pocket watch?
It was his Waltham repeater gold pocket watch.
Okay, Tutt's pushing
So he just
things here. Come
kept
on.
going.
Back off,
And,
Dave.
at any time, Hickok could have pulled his gun out and
Yep.
ended it.
Well, I mean, you got a classic case here of Hickok's looking cool, Tutt's looking like a dummy.
Jerk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so which is making Tutt madder and madder.
Yeah. So Tutt takes the gold watch off the table and announced that he's going to keep the watch as collateral until Hickok paid the full 35.
Good grief.
So Hickok supposedly quietly demanded to put that watch back on the table.
Right here.
And what do you think Tutt did? He just looked at Hickok with an ugly grin and walked off with the watch.
Well, I mean, sorry, he's asking for it.
But Tutt had supporters at the Lion House Hotel who mocked Hickok that day and announced that they had heard Tutt was planning on wearing the watch in the middle of the town square. So not only had he taken it, but he was going to have the nerve of wearing it.
And so not only did
in
he
town.
take it, but at this point, Hickok's not retaliated or anything.
Nothing.
Even though he knows he has it.
Right.
But Tutt's going to wear it in the middle of town square.
Yep, that's what Tutt supporters were saying. So Hickok stated back to them, he shouldn't come across that square unless dead men can walk.
He was quite the talker.
He was. Then Hickok went home, cleaned, oiled, and reloaded his pistols.
Hell yeah, he did.
In anticipation of a confrontation with Tutt the next morning.
Yeah, he's like, this is happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is going to happen.
So the next morning, the day of the duel, this is the day, Tutt arrived at the town square at 10 a.m. What do you think he's wearing on his wrist? Or not wearing on his wrist. They didn't wear him on their wrist. Sorry. What do you think he was hanging?
What do you think was on his
pants?
wrist? His smartwatch. His Apple smartwatch. Oh, I just got a text. Hold on. Can we stop? Can we hold this duel for 1 second? I need to reply.
I gotta reply.
So this is like that scene. I think I've seen this on whatever show where they meet in the middle of the street.
Oh, yeah.
And he's got his watch. Like,
yeah.
right
and,
here
and he's showing it off.
Oh, yeah.
So the word quickly spread to Hickok, hearing about his watch he's wearing it in town within the hour.
Of course.
So what did Hickok do about this?
I'm going out there.
So according to the testimonies of Eli Armstrong, John Orr, and Oliver Scott, Hickok met Tutt at the square. They discussed the terms of the watch's return again.
Okay.
So he still has not shot Tutt, or
he's still saying, I'll negotiate.
Listen, Tutt then said, well, now I want $45 instead of $35 for the watch's return.
Tutt, I'm sorry, dude.
And 45
every move you make,
yeah,
I'm on Bill's side a little bit more.
And $45 was equal to $900 back then.
So now you owe me $10 more.
Yes.
Than what I said a couple days ago.
If you want
and
your watch
it's my
back.
watch.
Yeah. So then Tutt dangled the watch in front of Hickok and stated he would accept no more than 45. Well, so Hickok talked him down.
Okay.
They agreed that they did not want to fight and instead went for a drink.
He's like, I'm trying to de-escalate this.
Yeah, let's go for a drink.
Let's just go for a drink. Nobody wants to die today.
Maybe thinking, hey, we could just go for a drink, give me my damn watch back.
And
situation, I'll buy you a drink.
And we'll be good.
And we'll be good. So after the drink, Tutt returned to the town square. Guess what he's freaking flaunting? Not on his wrist.
Around his neck. Flavor Flav, boy. Flavor Flav, boy.
So Tutt
comes out with the watch.
Tutt returned to the square
with the freaking watch.
With the watch, like he wasn't supposed to. Hickok, of course, found out about this, went to the town a few minutes before 6 p.m. with his Colt Navy, which is a pistol. He had that in his hand.
So he's even let him leave again with the watch.
Yes.
And now Tutt's coming back again. Okay.
He's still
Jeez,
flaunting
he's relentless.
Like, give him the damn watch.
Yes.
Okay. Hickok's armed presence, so he comes out armed, ready to go.
Sure.
Caused the crowd to immediately scatter and run for safety.
I can just picture it.
Leaving Tutt alone in the corner of the square.
Which he deserves.
Now, they were at a distance of 75 yards from each other. That is like 3/4 the length of a football field.
So they're quite a ways away.
That is a long way.
That is,
I think.
I agree.
To aim and hit.
Especially with the guns back then that weren't known to be extremely accurate.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. I'm going to play it
Okay.
out. You
Okay, I'm
ready?
ready.
Hickok stopped facing Tutt and called out, "Dave, here I am." He cocked his pistol, holstered it to his hip, and gave a final warning. "Don't you come across here with that watch." Tutt did not reply, but stood with his hand on his pistol. Both men faced each other sideways in the dueling position. I guess that's how he's
Oh, hey, they kinda
sideways.
sideways and
Yeah.
then yeah.
Then Tutt reached for his pistol and drew for his gun first, supposedly fired but missed. Hickok was like, "Oh, it's on, mother."
Yeah, it's on, you drew.
Yeah, Hickok drew his gun and steadied it on his opposite, I know,
Oh, I can
forearm.
see it, I
We're,
can see
we're
it.
both demoing it. Yes. The two men fired a single shot each at essentially the same time. Tutt missed again,
Yep.
but Hickok's bullet struck Tutt in the left side between the fifth and seventh ribs. Tutt called out, "Boys, I'm killed." He ran onto the porch of the local courthouse and back to the street where he collapsed and died.
I mean, dude, what'd you expect? I mean, you shot twice and missed him.
I
And
mean,
I mean, what'd you expect, dude? This sounds like he had many opportunity for this not to be the ending, and
yes.
he just
He
wouldn't
was
quit.
really pissed off at Hickok. Like, he really did not
Yeah.
like him.
No, and to
Maybe he
me
did pregnate his sister.
okay,
Impregnate.
that's what I'm wondering because it said he had a lot of supporters. Like, you
Yeah.
wonder, like, was it just because he was mean too and, like, had intimidated people or was yeah. So, I mean, if you're just thinking about the couple days leading up to this,
Yeah.
Tut,
Damn, give me
come
my
on.
watch.
Yeah.
So the next day, a warrant is issued for Hickok's arrest.
Yeah.
And 2 days later, he's arrested. Hickok eventually posted a bail of $2,000, which is equivalent to 41 grand today.
Wow.
And that same day that he posted bail, he was arrested for the manslaughter of David Tutt. Now, the trial. Hickok's manslaughter trial, this is crazy,
Yeah.
began on August 3rd, 1865, which
10
was 10 days after the
I
shootout.
mean, business got done back then. There was
Yes.
no, "In a year, we'll have a court
Oh
date."
my
I know
gosh.
that
This is the way it should be done.
yes, yes.
So 10 days later, yes, 22 witnesses from the square testified at the trial.
Okay.
Hickok claimed self-defense
Yeah.
because Tutt had shot
First.
twice, yeah.
Yeah.
So he claimed self-defense. The jury decided that Hickok was, this is funny, justified in shooting Tutt as Tutt was the initiator of the fight by taking Hickok's watch and dangling it in front of him. And Tutt was also the first to display aggression. And since two witnesses indicated that Tutt was the first to reach for his pistol, the law dictated that Hickok was justified and pardoned him from all guilt.
Well, I'm glad people at least were being honest. You could see where if they didn't like Hickok, they all could have been like,
The 22
"Yeah,
witnesses.
yeah."
So, in fact, Hickok was seen as being an honorable person for giving Tutt so many chances, and he did.
He
I would
did.
agree with that.
I agree
He gave him
too.
many chances to avoid the conflict instead of shooting him the moment he felt disrespect.
Yes. I mean, the moment he took the watch and wouldn't give it back, he kinda would have been justified back then.
Well, basically what the court was saying was that it was okay to resort to firearm. It was justifiable to shoot him because Tutt had dangled the watch and had been the initial aggressor. He
Yeah.
started the fight, so yes, you can kill him.
So, basically, it was
That's so would not work
self-defense.
today.
Right. It was self-defense
Yes.
in a way. And so, yeah. No, I mean, but the good thing too, it sounds like about this incident is there were a lot of witnesses at every aspect
Yeah.
of it. People saw how the whole thing went down.
Several weeks after the gunfight, Colonel George Ward Nichols, a writer for Harper's Magazine, sought out Hickok and interviewed him. And those interviews would eventually turn the then unknown gunfighter into one of the great legends of the Old West. Were
So
those Harper's interviews?
okay. So I wondered about that.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy how the news, like
Yeah.
that guy was wherever he was located. Several weeks later, he hears about a gunfight. I mean, it would be like someone hearing about a,
By word.
yeah, but by,
By
yeah.
word of mouth.
So,
So my question for you guys is, was he a good guy or a bad guy? What do you think, Megan?
well, from just what you've told me today, overall, I think he was a good guy.
Yeah.
Just from he might be a little bit of a, philanderer. He
Mhm.
might if he, he might have got that girl pregnant, and it sounds like
Sure.
he wasn't maybe the best husband,
Right.
but he did sound
He
like
gave that guy a lot he gave Ted a lot of
yes,
chances.
he did sound like a reasonable person. He fought for, he was anti-slavery, he was fighting for what was right. I think that
Yeah,
says a lot,
that
and
does.
they helped, they said many slaves get out. So, I think he was a good guy. I think he maybe thought he was a lot pretty hot too.
And maybe exaggerated on some stuff he
Yeah,
did.
yeah, but, otherwise, I don't know. What's your
I
thought?
completely agree with you. I doing all this research on him, I never was like, "Oh, he's a bad guy." I just like,
Right.
well, he did what he had to do in this shootout, I think.
Yeah.
Back then,
Yes,
for
absolutely.
what they did in conflicts, like so
I really like this story though, because I didn't know 90% of what you said. So, like, I mean,
yeah.
in your mind, like and I've watched, I'm sure, several movies about Wild Bill,
See,
but
mayhem with us can be very uh educational.
it can be, that's right. I mean, look, we went to Harry S. Truman,
Yeah.
so we try and get a little education in
Yeah.
there, but thank you guys so much for being with us. Don't forget, you guys, until next time, stay curious, stay safe, and stay kind. Thank you for listening. This has been Missouri Mayhem, Mystery, and Murder. I'm Megan.
And I'm Mindy,
Missouri, you bring the mystery.
and we will bring the mayhem.
Peace
Peace out.
out.